Ophelia Key Speaks. Nightmare Dark is live. June 13, 2025. Dear reader, I know some of you are shaking your head, saying how Electric Storm just published 2 weeks ago. But it's summer and I'm moving fast to get as much accomplished as possible before the day job sucks the life out of me again. I had everything ready, and I pulled the trigger on Nightmare Dark. I'm hoping by the time y'all read this that it will be live everywhere because I started publishing it last weekend. If I quit publishing wide and only published on my platform, it would be much smoother. But I like the idea of my books being in libraries. If I'm going to ensure that, I might as well publish on retailers too because it's only a few more clicks. Oddly enough, the hardest place to publish is on my site. It requires the most effort and the most art, but it allows for so much more than any of the retailers that it's well worth all the effort. I hope you will enjoy Nightmare Dark while I continue the edits for Love Eternal and build several new book bundles on OpheliaKey.com. Love Eternal should publish as a book in July. Chapters and extras are posting now in the Valkyrie Riders miniseries, and as always, for those who subscribe to read the Dreowith Saga, all the episodes are available as soon as I edit and post. The dream continues to expand. Thanks to everyone who has stepped in and enjoyed an escape. It's more than a story, it's an experience. Shameless self-promotion. And now a word from the sponsor, Ophelia Key. The Gods of the Dream miniseries brings this week's post to you. The Gods of the Dream miniseries is currently posting chapters as I write and edit. Better than a boxed set. Nothing to download. No e-reader required. Mark where you left off. Read on any device connected to the internet. Gods of the Dream. A Dreowith Saga Epilogue miniseries. The Aftermath of Victory. After Lucifer wrote the unlikely king's prophecy in his own blood, the Queen of the Amazons flung him into the void. When his deranged devil brother arrived in the Leendeel, he set off a chain reaction of events involving chaos magic, which lasted nearly 1,000 years until he returned. When the worst had passed, the mess remained to clean up. It took time. Years after the last of the villains fell against the justice meted out by the Druid Pack, a few victims remained broken. New villains sought to rise in the vacuum of power left by the destruction of criminal linchpins. The Age of Lesser Gods emerged in the immortal realms. It was a continuation of the balancing of magic. Ophelia Key's urban fantasy, with steamy romance miniseries, Gods of the Dream, tells the story of what happened after the prophecy had played out and the magic coalesced to rebuild what it had lost. If you love urban legends, gifted humans, and powerful immortals walking into eternity, Gods of the Dream has all of that and more. Is the balance of magic at Dreowith strong enough to bring about a new age? It's more than a story, it's an experience. Welcome to the Dream. Urban fantasy with steamy paranormal romance and fated mates. Warning: adult themes, fantasy violence, and/or explicit sexual situations. Intended for a mature audience. June 2025 sale. Percentage discount, 25%. Start date, June 1, 2025. End date, June 30, 2025. Get access today. Gods of the Dream miniseries. Behind the scenes. I have only been on summer vacation for 2 weeks, but I have been super busy. Without the day job getting in my way, I'm moving full steam ahead on a lot of projects I simply couldn't tackle while I was working. I have added timelines, character cast lists, and after-party podcasts for all the stories in the Kingdom Rising and Royal Council miniseries, with more planned for all the published stories soon. I have repriced all the stories everywhere. Phew. That took days because of the everywhere aspect. But that's not the coolest part. Character art has arrived. It took 3 days to get it all posted to OpheliaKey.com. I'm proud of it. At the moment, it is printable, but I have plans to offer poster prints in the future. I just need to source them at a price I can afford. The art comes in 2 parts, with the character image and a brief description of the character. Each piece is a high-quality PNG file. Peruse all the character art from the dream. As new characters step onto the stage, more art will join the collection. Print and display in a frame on the shelf with your copies of the miniseries, or hang on the wall next to your bookcase. Collect the characters from the dream and view them the way the author originally envisioned them. Exclusive companion guides for each of the miniseries are forthcoming with all the character art and other bits and pieces that simply don't fit in the books. But be patient. That's a project for next summer. I need to keep publishing, build bundles, and try a few new ideas before I can get to companion guides. But the muse wants them, so you know they will happen. Thank you for supporting an independent storyteller's efforts to build a grand escape. Your support makes the dream greater than it could ever be without you. I need to get back to edits. Leave your comments and questions. I love to hear from you. Thank you for stepping into the dream once more. I hope you have a lovely weekend and will discover a grand story. Please remember, when you read, be kind and leave your reviews. Until my next post, welcome to the dream. Be careful. Happy reading. Ophelia Key.